In this video I'm going to start up the Granada. It hasn't been going for a while, can't remember, maybe 5 weeks. Right. I was wanting to take it out, but it's raining. It needs a good wash as well. I just noticed the wiper blades don't look very good. I'll let it warm up a little bit before we rev it up. It's got quite dirty in here. I've got a seal to fix this garage. There's a leak in the floor. I need to get out and wash it and everything as well. Choke doesn't work very well. Let's see if we can press it back a little bit. Petrol in there. Free it off a bit, move it back and then back in again. just noticed the indicators do not work. Oh, they are working. Yes, working. Yeah. Oh, healthy stuff. Not much more I can do really today. I'd like to get a bit of a run, but this van here is not. It's not. Just a little bit of atmospheric pressure. Oh yes. There's water in it. It's not losing water. It doesn't really get very warm just sitting, does it really? Yeah, it'd be great if we took it out. I'm not doing it when it's raining. I go do it. I'll have to wait until the weather gets better before I take it out. Get a right good wash. I still haven't done anything but the interior. Right, okay, let's have a look at it. For those of you who haven't seen it. It's not blue, it's just probably the carburetor's not quite right. Mini. Somebody, I almost had a guy going to buy them. Then I chickened out. I did. It's funny. It's a funny thing, that art. I mean, I'll leave it running for a bit. I should really start it up more often, actually. Temperature gauge. I don't think it's working, is it? Doesn't look like it, does it? The wipers, I didn't realise how bad they were, but they've twisted round. doesn't mean that means it can't. That one looks like it's knackered. It's funny how they deteriorate gradually, even though I'm not really using the car much. Now, that's the first time I've ever seen this. In the UK, you always got a radio, and this is South Africa. And I'm not putting a radio in because I want to leave that like that. I've never seen that before. I've never seen it in the UK. Even the base model 2.3L or 2 litre L had a push button radio. I just find that's an amazing feature, and if it really bothered me that much, I'd buy another one of these. You know, the surround, wood veneer surround with radio holes in it. I wouldn't drill holes in that. So it's just a little weird thing, you know. We had problems with the steering. Mechanics stripped the steering down the rack. Obviously, because it's an old car, it wasn't quite simple just getting another rack. So I don't actually know if the steering's totally fixed. It was tight on one side and light on the other. I think we've kind of got it's a lot better. I'm not sure. So that's easier. Turning it to the right, turning it to the left, it's tight. Turning it to the right, it's light. I'm not sure about that fault, but we did put new tyres on it, set all the tracking and everything. It's kind of like an ongoing thing, really, you know. The brakes, were like most classic cars, obviously sitting around. The servo failed, you know, the seals inside it. So we got quite a lot of work done on the brakes, all new brakes in the front, and had to get another servo off eBay. Looks quite rough, but it works. And new discs. It's got really good brakes on it. Mechanic bought these calipers and discs. And what else has been done? Oh, the exhaust has been replaced. So that's cracking the windscreen there. Sort of down at the bottom. I don't know if that would fail in MOT. I think it would if it's in the wiper area. I'm not actually sure about that. But the notion was to get it MOT'd. You know, maybe I'm thinking about it, I don't know. And that way I know the car. Or there's still obviously things about it that I'm not totally. But I don't know why that's locked. The interior pretty grim, yeah. I'd have to get it recovered because I would like to keep it the same trim. That's the South African trim. And some of that vinyl and everything's pretty well. No, in the back it's not. It's all worn at the top. Ooh, ah, ee, ooh, ah, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ah. There's the 3 litre V6, South African market. It's getting nice and warm now. I don't think it's that bad that I have to worry about it. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. That battery tray seemed really new. You know, I don't know if they had trouble with the battery. But I put a new battery on it. I had to get a clamp off something else. There was no clamp, so I got a clamp off a Ford, some kind of other modern Ford. Fitted it in the hole. The hole didn't have the captive nut thing in it. You know where you put the bolt in, the bolt, thread it in. So there's a nut and bolt in there. Obviously, replace the fuel filter. That's the obvious thing to do, isn't it? The manifolds, I took them off. They were in the boot and it had fancy manifolds on it, and the exhaust was totally different, and I couldn't get the exhaust, so it had to be custom made. So I decided I sold the manifolds. I wanted it back to standard. I know some people probably wouldn't have wanted to do that, I sold the manifolds. I could have actually had an exhaust made to fit it actually in hindsight. You know, because I had to get an exhaust made anyway. This is a 3 litre V6, not a 2.8. So the exhaust is a 2.8 exhaust with altered front pipes. That is Stainless Creations in Falkirk did for me. But maybe, and I'm thinking about it now, I could have got them to fit, you know, to fit and make an exhaust fit what was there. I tried doing it myself and then didn't have the equipment. There's a pole there, there's another one over there, I don't know what that is for, a radio or something. There's a hole right down there where that thing is that I put in. That needs welding. The water goes right in there and goes onto the carpet. My solution really is keep it in the garage. I mean, for a while it was outside the garage. You know, so I suppose classic cars. You know, I had a lot of junk in this garage and I cleared it all out, put the car in it. That's the solution, you know. Really. So that's the master cylinder, servo and the master cylinder. I had to replace this. That was part thing. I don't know what. I know the mechanic tried to fix it. I think he made it worse or something. And this. Yeah, we had problems with that, but that's all working. That's all working now. And the brakes, well, you won't be able to see the brakes, but no, probably not. I'm not convinced the steering's totally right yet. So I got it back there, and I haven't really driven it much other than just driving it here. I decided I didn't want to use it in the winter. You know, so I mean, the old engine sounds good. Yeah, it does. It's a great car. I'd love to drive around in this all the time. It's just from an age where there's so much crap happening to us now in life, you know, and like modern cars like EVs and everything, they can take you to a police station. You know, it's like a computerized thing. And it's just, well, who wants that? You know, I mean, the way things are going, it's called techno-feudalism, what's happening to us. But this is from an era when, you know, you had more responsibility, individual responsibility, so if you went and killed yourself, it's kind of your fault. Whereas now, it's kind of like a think of the children type thing, where you've got to be careful and everything. And that with techno-feudalism means we're owned by these corporations that only have one thing in mind, and that is making money. That's what's actually happening gradually, but well, you know, what can I say? Other than, I think it's time we ended this video. That noise. So thanks for having a look at my car with me. Oh, I'll have to get... yeah. Ooh, it's like a smoking gun. Yeah, maybe I did that wrong, the exhaust actually, now that I think about it. Oh, hindsight's wonderful. When I got 100 quid off this guy for the manifolds at one of the classic car shows, I'm not really... Nah, it was just a decision that I made. Put the old manifolds back on. I painted them. You know, I suppose I'm really wanting the car to be standard. Yeah, probably. And I'm not intending like, sort of like driving really fast or anything. Sort of thing, really. Yeah. So that's that. So, thanks for looking at my Granada. We'll end it in the back. So, I did buy I have bought one of these. So that one's broken. It's probably a good idea to work things, isn't it? I pulled the handbrake on and off a few times. There's a mini following us. I need to get that thing fitted. I'd really like to get the car out, you know. It's raining out there actually, and I'm not really too keen on getting it out. Maybe just leave this window open. I've left the windows open, there's dampness getting in this garage, which I need to fix. I mean, so, what I mean, I like the... It's all working. Oh, keep fit windows. Oh, it's a bit stiff. Oh my god. Oh. They don't get used, they'll get stiff, don't they? Does that apply to the door as well? Such a nice car. See that clunk? That's a sound of the 70s. There's a giraffe looking at us. Right, so I mean, I like this trim. Probably, I think leather would be pretty cool, wouldn't it, if it was in leather? I think that might be the easiest option. I'd need to speak to somebody who trims seats. Maybe they might struggle to get that fabric. Maybe leather might be easier and look, you know, better. I don't know if they had leather in South Africa. Probably not. You know, with the heat and everything. Burn your legs off. So, right. Very comfortable in the back here actually. It is a big car, but of course things have changed, you know, in the years. Car manufacturers have squeezed us in more. Oh. Ooh. Right. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye! Oh, what's the thing about the number plates? People go nuts about number plates. That is legal for this car, only just because it was 1980. Up to 1980 you can have that number plate. And I had this guy going on about it, saying that that was not the number plate that was on this car. Of course it wasn't, it was in South Africa. So that kind of nullified that argument. It wasn't in the UK, it had a South African number plate. And this is legal, I can have that number plate on it. You know? People seem to get all excited about that, it should have age appropriate number plates. But it wasn't in the UK. And anyway, who cares, it's my car, I can put my number plates on if I like. Thanks for watching. Bye!